Hi, I'm Pete Case, Creative Director of Glue Digital Design, answering some questions for Biz Community.
Currently, you're part of the Digital Forum. Could you perhaps tell us a bit more about what they do and your involvement in that?
Right. The Digital Forum has been around for about 3 years. It's an unofficial collective of digital agencies who work right across the spectrum, from touchscreen work to cell phone work to online work, and it's a group of people who are hoping to set standards, reach back into education, and generally work together as an industry. Because for a long time in South Africa, the digital industry hasn't worked together, so we're really trying to get that kind of culture working from a digital perspective, very much like the Creative Circle does in other mediums. So this is just purely in digital.
And it's going well for you, successful?
Yeah, it's going very well. It's going to formalise during the next 6 months, but certainly there's a lot more talking and interaction and collaboration between the different parties in digital. And I think collaboration is probably the key of this year's awards for us. That's what's shown great success, is different people, different specialists working together. Yeah.
Very warm and fuzzy with everybody sharing each other's successes.
Yeah, I think there's, especially in digital, there's a lot of different specialists that work, and previously everyone's worked on their own, but we've kind of proven over the last few years that if everyone works together, the ideas and the results that come out of it, and the creative product is so much stronger. So there's a lot more collaboration happening in our industry.
Were you involved in the Bookmark Awards at all?
Yes, last year was the first Bookmark Awards. This year I've been asked to judge this year, which is going to be exciting. I think the difference between Bookmarks and Loerie's is that predominantly Loerie's is locally judged, whereas the Bookmarks, the majority of judges from overseas. So there's a slight difference there. And also there's more of a measurability aspect and a technical aspect to Bookmarks compared to Loerie's, which is all about innovation and creativity.
So you'd say that Bookmarks are going to be the sort of benchmark of digital success, whereas the Loerie's are perhaps more creative apps, sexy stuff.
I think Loerie's just is still an innovation and creative award, judged by a mixture of judges from all different disciplines, but South African based. Whereas I'd say Bookmarks is really the kind of eagles of above the line, which is 3 international judges and 1 local judge, which just gives it more of an international flavour. Interestingly, last year the same pieces won on Bookmarks as on Loerie's, but it's nice to have that recognition to say, how are our judges seeing the same things as international judges? It was a point that came up earlier in the press conference, and it's a good clarification to see how good our work is compared to other work. So last year in Bookmarks, they only awarded work that they felt would win at Cannes and one show in Clio's. So there weren't very many winners, but it was good to see some winners there that the international judges felt was a good standard.
Are you allowed to comment on the judges that will be evaluating this forthcoming Bookmarks?
Yes. I wish I knew all of their credentials, but we have the executive creative director from. I need to get my brain in gear as to where they're from.
That's fine. We can edit it, so don't worry.
Yeah. So we've got the executive creative director from RGA, which is one of the largest and most creative digital agencies around the world, and we have Fernanda, who's been here before for several press conferences. She's a very well-known digital creative from around the world. She's a multiple Cannes winner, and then I'm also one of the judges. Hooray! a bit of local attendance. So it's going to be exciting. And another difference of Bookmarks is there's several seminars that the creative industry gets involved in around that event, which I think is going to be very interesting for a lot of the local above-the-line agencies and media and press and creatives to attend, where these international judges are going to showcase their own work and their own insights into what's happening around the world. Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
And where is that going to be held?
It's happening in Johannesburg as well as Cape Town. It's actually being run by Tony Kunneman's Brainstorm, so he can tell you more about it, but it's happening in both locations. Okay, great.
Well, thank you very much for that.
It's a pleasure. Thank you. And I think just again, this year, the innovation I think came around great collaboration, and it's something just to be be recognised. Something that perhaps the above-the-line industries need to kind of also get involved in more and more, which is involving specialists like ourselves early on in the game, and certainly the results come through if they do. So
even if people do take credit for other people's categories,
well,
there's
an interesting thing there. What we've fought for, and certainly myself sitting on the Loerie's committee, is we've now changed the entry mechanism within digital, and I'm hoping it's going to happen in the other categories. So when you enter in digital, you use the name of the advertising agency and the digital specialist as one. Because previously there was a fight between whose name should be up there, and you'll notice that with our work with proximity, it was a joint entry. And it'd be great, to be honest, to see the other above-the-line categories doing exactly the same. I think there'll be less confusion over credits for animators, just as came up in the press conference again, if it was just a shared name. It's the easiest way to do it.